Longest period of my life, the photo of a farmer to me was of a male figure, as seen in the television, as read in the newspaper, or as studied in the textbooks as a student. But spending time in the villages of India, moving from one village to the other, the frames definitely changed, but the characters remained similar. And all of them were females working on the farm. As men migrate to cities in search of alternate income options and livelihood, women are responsible to run the household and also manage the farm. Women constitute 65% of agricultural workforce of India, but are still absent in any dialogue in the agricultural ecosystem. I vividly remember the day when I first met Rekha Tai, a mid-aged 30-year-old woman working on a big piece of land, harvesting chickpea with 6 of her other female friends. Singing to herself, giggling with her friends, humming the rural folk song, she repeatedly kept asking me what the time was, as she really wanted to run back home to meet her kids. After the day, as the work ended, when we were walking back to the village, she mentioned how grateful she was for today's work. She lifted her 200 rupees note to the sky, thanked the God. But her sweet smile instantly faded away, as she was concerned about the seasonal nature of the work. As a daily wage worker in India, she was not sure whether she has a job for tomorrow. She also mentioned how difficult it was for her to sustain her 14-membered family on a 3-acre land and earning less than ₹1 lakh annually. And she still was moving in and out of poverty. Lastly, she felt extremely guilty that she has to leave her 2-month-old son and 10-year-old daughter back in the village. But what I actually noticed was that she never complained about everything that I was complaining about. How hard the work was, how hot the sun was, how far we have to travel. And she was talking to her friends, deciding what she is going to cook for dinner tonight. At that point of time, I realized the day her work is not over yet. Rekha Tai and likes of her have to go back, run the household, and also to take care of their family. That night, I wondered what stops women like Rekha Tai access dignified work, through which they can actually make money and support their kids as well as the family. Is it financial dependency on her husband? Or is it mobility? Or is it just the cultural and the social norms in India? I could not pin down on only one thing, but it is definitely a combination of all. In India, we lose food worth $14 billion. From your farm to your marketplace, there are a lot of losses due to storage, handling, transportation, and sometimes just due to the appearance of it. The farmers never get the right price for their produce. Also, a lot of time, the value of the produce is lesser than the transportation cost, thus leading to wastage due to multiple things: lack of infrastructure, distant markets, perishable nature of the produce. And shockingly, at one end, the producer, the grower of the produce, which is the farmer, is in poverty, and on the other hand, whatever he is producing is getting wasted. This stayed for me and was my first learning. How farmers in India are in poverty, and at the same time, women are getting lost in the conversation, and we have so much wastage in our entire supply chain on what I eat. That's when we decided that will be the foundation of S4S. S4S stands for Science for Society. We use our scientific knowledge in service of people. We help women farmers become processors and earn an assured additional income. The produce, which is the lower grade produce, which would have got wasted, the B and C grade produce, which is cosmetically damaged but nutritionally intact, would have not fetched any price for the farmers is what the farmers now process and earn an additional income. And we provide everything they require for this to happen. First, and the most important, is the technology. For a technology to work for farmer, we should start by listening to the voices unheard. We, through our solar-powered food processing equipment, create small farm factories at the village itself, which run on solar power, do not require any electricity. The women can now use these equipments to process the surplus produce, which is lower grade, and process it to become non-perishable food ingredients. Second is to get access to finance for these equipments. All of these women are new to credit, don't have a bank account. How will a bank actually give them a loan? Through the cash flow that is going to come, through the assured additional income that S4S guarantees, the bank now provides loan to these women farmers, and thus they are part of the formal financial ecosystem now. And third, and the most important part, is training them how to use these equipments to make final food ingredients for food and beverage industry, which is our customers. The capacity building of the farmer is most important. And lastly, the most important part, most of the farmers are not marketeers. So providing market linkage is extremely important. We buy back these produce from them, do grading, sorting, metal deduction, all sort of quality control, and then sell it to the food and beverage industry, your small hotel, restaurant, and catering industry, and also the packaged food companies. Thus solving 4 major problems together. First is preventing the food wastage at the source, at the farm gate itself. Second, give an assured additional income to the women and help them come out of poverty as their household income now gets doubled. Third is using solar power, a clean energy device, to now switch the traditional food processing industry to clean energy and saving carbon dioxide from entering the environment. And fourth, and the most important part to me, is giving the money directly in the hands of the women. She is now, as the breadwinner of the family, has better decision making. She has more participation in the family decisions, where and how to invest the money, whether it is in the healthcare of the family or the education of her kids. Most of these women have also taken up leadership positions. It helps them come out of and take a huge step and live a dignified life and use this to empower also her family. Through my entrepreneurial journey, the only thing that I have realized is nothing matters but doing your job well. Every day, even when it's dull and boring, even when it is below your brand name schooling or your God-gifted talent, or no one knows where the good ideas come from, because that's where your purpose is aligned to your actions. And if you find your purpose in life, the life takes care of not only you, but all your ambition, goals, everything. Funding rounds would come and go. Your employees would stay with you. But during hard times, the things that actually help you get past is having your purpose intact. Purpose makes you a responsible leader. It helps you to take the right decision. It aligns you with the larger vision that you started with. And when the times are difficult, nothing else matters but aligning what your decisions you have to take with your purpose. So I would like to conclude my talk by saying this. Find your purpose. It will help you to become a secure leader, help you become a capable leader, and you would always take the right decisions. Thank you so much.